Hey, good evening, everyone. Blitzball Champ back here yet again. A new video here on the U to the Tube. All right, so FYI, this will be my last video for the year 2020, and we're gonna go ahead and get this last preview out the way for the final week of the Carolina Panthers football season, Week 17. As they go back home to Charlotte, North Carolina to play their final home game of the season against the visiting New Orleans Saints. Uh so yeah, let's just get right on into this. Um the ESPN matchup predictor has a 72.8% chance that the Saints win, a 27% chance that Carolina wins, and a 0.2% chance of a tie. Looking at the injury report, so apparently we know that there's going to be no Christian McCaffrey. Apparently no Mike Davis. He's going to be out of this game. Brian Burns will be out, and Russell Okung will be out as well. So those four players have been confirmed that they will miss this final game of the season. We had Robbie Anderson, John Miller, and Troy Pride Jr. Return to practice, who were dealing with a groin injury, shoulder injury, and a hip injury. Looking at the full report, pretty much everybody practiced except for those that I announced earlier that will be missing this game. They did not practice. But so looking at this game, I mean, off right off the bat, I don't see Carolina winning this game. I'll be kind of surprised if we win this game. You know, the Saints are in position where they're still in the hunt for that number one seed in the NFC. I believe they are currently Seattle and New Orleans are tied, but New Orleans owns the tiebreaker with Seattle, and right now the team that's at the top of the NFC are the Green Bay Packers. So it'll be interesting to see how this finishes out. But we know at least the Saints have won the NFC South. So looking at the standings, you still have here we go, the NFC. So you have the Packers at 12-3, and you have both the Seahawks and the Saints at 11-4. Let's see. We know that the Packers will play the Bears. That's their final game. And the Saints play Carolina. And then we have the Seahawks. They will play the Niners. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the Bears, will still be a good test for the Packers. The Niners, but the Bears could very well beat the Packers, but I think all in all, I think it's safe to say that the Saints are going to go all out in this game. I mean, full on starters, trying their best to play for that number one seed in the NFC and get that bye week. Of course, with this season's playoffs, only two teams get a bye, and it's the two number one seeds, one in the AFC, one in the NFC. So the format's different, and of course, you have three wild card teams instead of two. But yeah, I definitely expect the Saints to go all out, full squad, with as many of their starters as possible, to try to get this win. Now, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about this game. I mean, Carolina's 5-10 right now. Uh, they have a chance to either tie the record that they had last year or have one win better. Which the only thing I could say is if Carolina wins this game, then my prediction of 6-10 at the beginning of the season I can brag about. Which that doesn't say much, but it's something, I guess. But I think a few things could happen with this game. You know, the first meeting, we have to remember the first meeting, Carolina only lost by 3. So, I mean, it's definitely not an impossible game to win, but I think it really just comes down to which team is more hungry. Um, we'll see how Teddy Bridgewater does, which he'll be starting. But I really do hope if Bridgewater stinks it up early, that they throw in PJ Walker to really see what we have. Because I really hoped to have seen more PJ Walker just to really assess what we have out of him. But, it's looking like that's not going to happen. So, I mean, that's just something we have to accept and deal with. Um, and just with how everybody else performs, with Brian Burns out, hopefully see some more action from a Marquise Haynes. See how YGM does, and just those that can fill in, that can step in, and really see what we have. I mean, I can imagine some folks are like, do we really want to, start our starters? I mean, that's a fair point. That's a fair argument, but I mean, I don't know. It's just one of the things where the best we can really do is just play spoiler. But I mean, I don't know. I think with a lot of people, this is just one of those, get this game over with so we can look to the future. And I get it. I definitely get it. But so with the Panthers having the number 9 spot, I mean, a lot can change, between this game and through the other games as well. So we'll just really see what happens. Um, there's so much going on where it's really, this off season is really going to be so critical. If we thought this past off season was critical after letting Cam go, shoot, this upcoming off season is going to be this. It's going to top this past one. It's easily is going to top it. I mean, we already got new coaching staff. Now we're in the hunt for a new GM. Um, Potentially going to be in the hunt for a new quarterback and just some more pieces to fill. And then we got the whole contract free agency situation. Because there's a lot on the offensive line that's going to need to be addressed, and just many other names as well. But I plan on just disregard that. I plan um, after the after this season is over, I do plan on doing a video and just really just doing kind of a season in review, and also just talk about some of the things as far as the needs, what I feel the needs are for this team, and just you know looking at the final spot in the draft of what we're going to get, like the final draft of what spot we're going to end up having. Um, I will say this though, this looks like it's going to be a pretty deep draft, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. Um, and then just so many questions that need to be answered. Like, I know I'm kind of going a little off topic, but it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would, I'm still cool with a victory, but it's like, this is the last game of the season. Like, I'm just at the point where it's like, let's just get this over with and really, really get to work this off season because there's so much to do with this team. But me personally, if you ask me, I don't think we'll win this game. But if anything, I would like to see like how our talent does, especially those that haven't gotten a lot of reps. And if it came down to Teddy Bridgewater getting benched and throwing in PJ Walker, I'd be cool with that. I'd really be cool with that. Just to see what more he can do. Because like I said, it's like I said before. I know a lot of folks were on the PJ Walker train after that Detroit game, but we have to be real. That one game has not solidified his spot as a true starter. It hasn't. It hasn't. Yeah, he made some plays, but so did the defense. He did not dominate that game. Let's keep it real. The dude threw 2 picks in the end zone. He did not dominate that game. The defense definitely helped out a bunch with that game. I mean, it was a 20-0 shutout, for crying out loud. But if anything, definitely the quarterback situation does need to be addressed. And, they're going to have to come to a decision. I know there's been a lot of talks about, what do we do with Christian McCaffrey? Do we put him up uh, as trade bait? I mean, me personally, I don't think so. I just don't agree with taking that big of a risk. I mean, I understand this team does need to take action, make some risk to get some high quality players. And when we look at quarterback, okay, there's a fair argument in that, aside from Cam Newton, Jake Delhomme, some folks may argue Kerry Collins. I mean, he did help us get to Carolina's first playoff appearance, but we really haven't had a quarterback that I would say, how can I put this? It's kind of like shout out to Big Cat. It's kind of like what him and the crew were saying. We haven't gotten a quarterback that we could say is truly equivalent to like a Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, that we could have from like beginning to retirement. You know what I mean? Like you look at other teams that have a Drew Brees, a Russell Wilson, you know. I mean, even if it was like on the lines of the Texans having a Deshaun Watson, or even the Ravens having a Lamar Jackson, or even more, Chiefs with a Patrick Mahomes. Now, if y'all don't think they can be the quarterbacks that can last 15, 16 years up to retirement For those teams, then y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy if y'all don't think they are capable of being those quarterbacks. But Carolina, Carolina really doesn't have anybody like that. We don't. So, I mean, a lot is really going to be riding on the offseason with the draft and also with free agency. Like, I don't know off the top of my head what kind of money they're going to have, but, with this GM, and that's the thing, so much speculation. We need to get a GM first. But this Carolina Panther organization really needs to dive in deep into the pockets and really spend some money to really get what this team needs to be a contender to the point where they can have a legit dynasty to win 2 or more Super Bowls. I mean, I say that because we have had 2 appearances, but 0-2. So this organization really this offseason and just up into the start of next season are going to really need to go in deep to get what they need. And it may involve making some risks. Hopefully, none too huge and none too painfully costing. But I mean, I'm on par with a lot of the fans. This settling for mediocrity and just not addressing the issues season after season is just not good. So, but we'll talk more about that next year, and probably the video after next. But looking at this matchup, they lost by 3 the first time. I don't think it'll be that close this time between the Panthers and the Saints. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's all that I pretty much have. Let me know what y'all think as far as this game, and just as we get ready to exit this season and prepare for the off season and the next season. Like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Happy New Year, and I'll see y'all in 2021.